And Instagram is addictive. If I start reading it at night, I have to shut it off because I can't stop looking at it, and I got to get to sleep. But now, if I'm that old and I'm so interested in it, is there a lot of other people that use it?
Oh,
Yes.
it is more common than not having it. It is probably part of everyone's daily and nightly routine. Unfortunately,
100%.
Doom scrolling is a term we use now for when you get stuck into scrolling. So you can use that if you want.
I can say honestly, I've met some people who are around my age who don't have TikTok. Usually they've had it and they go, oh, it's addictive, and they delete it. I have not met a single person my age who doesn't have Instagram or TikTok.
Yeah.
Every single person I've talked to probably like 60 new people in the last like 2 months, and every single person has it. It's just something, it's almost like an isolation. It would have been like when you were younger, if you didn't have access to a home phone and you were from the 90s. You're going to be an outcast. You know what I mean? It's kind of the same thing. It's how you access your friends. It's how you access your class. Like, everybody has those things. Even group chats and stuff, like, are on. We had one for Matrix. We had one on Snapchat and Instagram. Just how it is. We had one on Messages. It just doesn't feel right. That's how it is for everywhere. Like, high school, like, everyone has it.
You guys made me feel really old because I actually had a MySpace page, and I left MySpace to go to Facebook because it was Farmville. So that'll date me right there.
Can you also please go on Facebook? I'm sorry, but I'm one of those old people that are on Facebook only, so I would.
Yes,
We
definitely.
want to hit every demographic. That's why
I love Facebook. Facebook Marketplace is my I sit there for hours scrolling through it. So you know what? Like,
We are old too, though.
I know. In this group, I do get called old. I am 25, so.
I would encourage you to continue on if that's what you guys are.
Sure.
Thank you.
If you have the passion to do it, continue on, and yeah, I think you guys have some great ideas, and I think the community can benefit from your
Oh, definitely.
your voice. So
Thank you.
Thank you.
yes, thank you.
If I could just say one thing, I'd just like to say how proud I am of them for putting this together. They had a conversation with you and immediately brainstorming, took over the whiteboard, and the whole one side was full of ideas, and they've been filming little clips and stuff ever since.
If there wasn't any structure after that, I think the whole day would have been derailed.
It kind of was, I'm not gonna lie.
It was
But then
great.
every time we had some spare moments, they were doing stuff
Thinking,
for it, and
that's
it's
awesome.
been really great. Yeah, sometimes we forget how smart they are.
Yeah.
One question. On Instagram, if you watch a certain type of thing, do they pick up on that and then
Yeah.
they start to put?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's your algorithm.
So things come on there, and I watch it, and I think if I keep watching this, they're going to send more of these. And I don't like
That's
this.
100%.
I'm sorry.
That's 100% what happens.
Yeah,
Yeah.
perfect.
So make sure you're careful when you watch.
Or delete your history.
All right.
Not going anywhere. I think I need to adjourn this so we can go to the regular meeting. Thank you so much, you guys. I really
Thank you for
appreciate
your
it.
time.
We'll
Thank
talk
you.
to you soon. Okay, motion to adjourn the special meeting.
So moved.
Thanks, Johnson. Elliott. McLean, all in favor? Carried.
Give me 1 second to switch over.
Yeah, before council votes on that, can we understand the reason? Like we're
Maybe-
switching to a regular meeting.
Oh, because they weren't,
Special meeting?
I-
I'm just sorry.
yeah, just because we wanted to have a meeting with them. The only chance we had was 2:30 today. So we called a special meeting prior because the agenda was already set and stuff, so, yeah. And once the agenda's, once the time is advertised, you can't, start it early, so you just do a special meeting before it. It's just a procedural thing to keep it all procedural. Councilor McLean's gone, but I'm calling it to order. Again, acknowledge the Smoking Valley in which we learn, work, and organize as the ancestral traditional unceded territory of the Smoking people, home of the Upper Smoking Indian Band. Adoption of the agenda is presented.
So moved, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Elliott, Willis, all in favor? Carried. Adoption of the May 20th regular meeting of council minutes.
So moved, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Willis.
So seconded, Mr.
Elliott,
Mayor.
any errors or omissions? All in favor? Carried. The May 27th special meeting of council minutes.
So move, Mr. Mayor.
So second, Mr. Mayor.
Errors or omissions? All in favor? Carried. And no delegations today. Which brings us to the staff report 6.1. James.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So for presentation, as part of our reporting season for finance, is the statement of financial information, which is required under the Financial Information Act of British Columbia. Essentially, we have to report on certain things to report to the Legislative Library and of British Columbia and publish it for public dissemination. There are a number of reports in the SOFI. Some of them are fairly boilerplate and mundane. Some of them don't apply to us. The management report basically states that we take responsibility for our financial statements as management and the methods of how we report to council on financial matters. Things like the statement of severance wasn't applied to us because we didn't have any severance in 2025. We also end up itemizing the list of vendors of anyone who we pay more than $25,000 to in 2025. Employees that make expenses and salaries combined north of $75,000 by legislation have to report it, and any remuneration or expenses to mayor and council must be reported on this report. Our financial statements become incorporated for submission to the Legislative Library. That's how they get there. And it's all put together in a package and submitted for council's approval. I did have a question on the reconciliation side of things, which I addressed outside of council. We're required to basically reconcile our financial statements to the statement of financial information, which is a very onerous process because accounting rules state we have to report everything with accrual type accounting, and the SOFI is basically what came in and out of our bank account, which is cash accounting. So it makes it a very, very, very challenging report to reconcile. We're one of the few municipalities that actually do. So that's also included in the report. But for submission to the province, I require council to approve the statement of financial information and to allow the mayor to sign the document on council's behalf. So I'd appreciate if council's approval on that so we can follow through with our legislative requirements. And I'm happy to take any questions.
On page 17 of the agenda, should it say Town of Princeton paid no severance agreements in 2025 instead of 2024?
Yes, that is it.
Can we make a note of that?
Yeah. Modify that.
Any questions?
So move, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, that is moved by Councillor Elliott, seconder. Councillor McLean, any questions on the motion? Seeing no questions, I call the question. All in favor? That is carried. There you go. Council reports. Start with Councillor Willis.
I don't have anything to report right now, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Councillor McLean.
I went to buy a pair of pants at Murray's or whatever it is. I ended up spending $500 on a jacket and whatever, and a tie that cost $79. Like, I gotta go into the tie business. Actually, my report would be on what we just heard. You know, something that's exactly along the lines of, like, we have like about a half a dozen economic development officers sitting there. You know, that's exciting. And I think any help we can be for them or whatever, I think we're only helping ourselves.
Yeah, when I spoke with them over at the Skill Center and they started, I was just like, you guys gotta come talk to council. There's no way I can relay all this. Like, you guys need to come tell us yourselves. So it was great. Councillor Elliott?
Several meetings. Off the top of my head, I helped do some HR work at the Princeton Museum, helped fill some summer employment positions there. I've been at the Gristmill and Karamia several times in the last couple of weeks, as I sit on that board, and we're making changes there. It's now open for the season. Still dealing with some challenges, but nothing major at this point. Did I mention library board? I was at the Okanagan Regional Library Board a couple weeks back. A couple more meetings of that, and then my term ends. And I attended the Princeton Posse AGM, conducted the election, and all the board got returned by acclamation. And I think that's my report.
Thank you. So our last regular meeting was on the 20th of May. 21st, I attended the regional district board meeting. The 22nd is when I met with the Matrix group at the Skill Center, and you guys have heard what we did there. I also sat through half a day of they were learning about what was it, substance abuse and whatnot. So they had a professional there teaching them about overdose and those sort of things. The 25th, I attended a discussion about the trade diversification with the Comprehensive Economic and Trade Agreement, CETA, which is the European Trade Agreement. They had representatives from the European Union, France, and the province of British Columbia, and I believe Canada as well. There's changes to CETA, and some of those will hopefully benefit our export industries here in British Columbia and locally. So more to come. They were just kind of giving us an update on that. It was pretty dry stuff, but it was worth sitting through. There's some programs that the province hopefully will roll out to the rest of us. The 26th, I attended the Forest Landscape Planning Open House at the Skill Center. Again, it's too bad there wasn't more people there. Super important for the forest industry. It's the long-term planning that the province is undertaking with within the watershed, not just our watershed, but us, the Nicola Valley, and the Nickelman watershed. So we're going to be all in one forest landscape plan area, and the permits and whatnot will be addressed through that preliminary work. So, and then after that, I attended the Vermilion Forks Field Naturalist presentation at the Senior Center. On the 27th, there was the special meeting of council here, and then I went and I had the opportunity to meet with the UBCO Insulchance Language Fluency Program and some members of the Upper Similkameen Indian Band out at Martins Lake, where they were talking about language revitalization and whatnot, and there were elders there speaking, which was really cool because they were looking to put names back on the land place, so stuff that's been lost, and trying to and a lot of it was in the Insilchan language because it was the immersion program through UBC Okanagan. May 28th, I attended the Highway 3 Mayors and Chairs meeting. I was, I guess, elected or appointed, however you want to say it. Nobody ran against me as the vice chair of the Highway 3 Coalition. The previous chair resigned. He resigned his position and moved to another province. And so we're reevaluating how we're going to approach minister meetings this year at UBCM. The province has been very clear every time we talk to them, there's no money. So one of the priorities this year will be speed signs and speed zones, especially in areas like, so a good example would be like Chapaka, where they just put in the new school. It's 100 through there. There's buses turning, there's no left turn lane, whatnot, so that's looking to get a reduction in speed zone there. This is easy, simple, low-hanging fruit to try to get the province to buy into these things. You go to Midway, same thing. The speed limit is 100 right up to the Midway side of the entrance to the museum, and then it drops to 70, so you're going through that turn area where there is no turn to go, and that's 100 kilometers an hour there. So just those low-hanging fruit areas where we can try to get some speed reductions and just make the highway safer anywhere there's people. So that, and then June 1st, attended the Highway 3 Tourism Investment Attraction Committee. We're working on terms of reference for this new committee. This comes from the old tourism committee that the province had set up. The province is sunsetting that committee, and we're moving into a tourism attraction. So trying to attract funding or investors into the tourism market along the Highway 3 corridor. So I have a follow-up meeting with them to discuss what that's going to look like. And then earlier today, before this meeting, I was in a rural mayor's health meeting with the Minister of Health, but I wasn't able to sit through all of it. So just talking about challenges with rural health. The mayor of 100 Mile spoke about how, even though there's money for certain things and they're trying to attract doctors, facilities need upgrading, facilities need maintenance and ongoing work so that we can actually attract those professionals to our communities, because it's not always as easy as just having a doctor. They also need the facility to actually work in. So that's pretty much it. Another busy couple of weeks yet.
The Mayors and Chairs Committee on Highway 3, does that go all the way to the Alberta border?
Hope to Alberta, yeah.
Hope
And
to
then
Alberta.
we work with the Highway 3 group out of Alberta as well. So Alberta is twinning their section of Highway 3 across the province. So they have a representative that sits on our board, or at our board. And then the chair of our board sits on their coalition as well, so that we can try to keep an alignment across the entirety of Highway 3.
Okay, so if you're looking at some speed sign changes, I've been on that road a little more than normal lately, and I know that there are some new distance signs that have gone up in cost and at the Nighthawk turn. However, past Asuyus, there needs to be some more distance signs. Is that something worth passing on?
Yeah, you can just shoot me an email and I'll send it
Yep,
up to our
I will do that.
committee. Yeah, I mean, we're trying to get those flashing, speed reduction signs and everything. They're, again, low barrier. They're not super expensive. The province, we're trying to get one in Headley right now. The regional district actually got one of those ICBC grants. So we're trying to get one that we're getting 5, I think, throughout all of the regional district. But on Highway 3 particularly, we're getting one for Headley. So when you're coming down into Headley, before you get to Scituate Hall, there would be one on the hillside there, and another one I think over by the gas station. So
Good idea.
just try to slow people down. We're also trying to get a crosswalk from across the road there, because there's a lot of people crossing back and forth. Not that the hall's open. So just those really low hanging fruit things. Like, I know they're going to want traffic engineers and traffic studies and everything else, but really 4 signs can slow down, where they need to go. So.
Yeah, thank you.
Anything else? Okay, we'll move on to the next one. We have 2 correspondence received and file. One is a letter from the Corporation of District of Saanich, and the other one is a letter from the Princeton Rodeo Club saying thank you. Motion?
About time you did something.
Councillor Willis is moving to receive and file. Seconder? Councillor McLean is seconding that. Any questions? All in favor? Carried. It's not on here, but I just want to get a quick update. Jared, where are we at on your topics?
Yeah, I can give just a quick little updates. As of this Tuesday, we're at a total number of installations at 617. Future booked 77, so they're hanging in there. Soft refusal is still at 269. Pending is 298, and there's still a few tasks for the town, and Neptune at 98. That's a total of 1,359 accounts. So we are at roughly the 50% mark now. It's still going up, but people are still booking. Has slowed down. We have had communications with the RUS Communications Department, and they're going to be helping us out with getting some information out. I do have a meeting scheduled for June 15th with the grant funder to go over different types of options for the funding usage moving forward.
Okay, so that's what, next week? Yeah, that's
Yeah, 15th, yeah.
Wednesday?
Yeah.
Okay. What time, is that morning, afternoon?
I believe it's an afternoon.
Okay. Okay,
Sorry, I do have a question. So we're discussing water meters at this meeting? Because it just wasn't published.
I'm just
I'm
asking.
just asking.
Just asking him for an update on where he's at.
Well,
That's
I
it.
understand that, but it affects the residents' ability to come to these meetings.
Yeah, so
So I'm just trying to clarify.
it's just an update of where he's at. That's all he's doing. There's no discussion. It's just, he's just telling us where he's at because we've asked him to keep us informed, so that's it.
Thank you.
Nothing else. There won't be any votes or decisions or anything. It's just, I've asked him where he's at because we've asked him to keep us informed, so that's where he's at. So before I close this meeting, which is the next thing on the agenda, I just wanted staff to tell us where they're at in the process, so everybody has the same information. Is that everything? Jared, that's it?
That's it.
Okay, thank you. Okay, with that, we will move to adjournment.
So moved, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Councillor
Who
Willis.
seconded, Mr. Mayor?
Elliott, all in favor?